Now, getting to number 5 is where it's going to piss me off some more, okay? Because this is where it gets to the women want everything. Because number 5, it says your leadership is not optional. So you want me to lead, right? Okay? When I go lead, and this is, again, this is probably trauma from my parents. When I go lead, you rebut it because you might not feel that my leadership is the right way. Like, if you make a decision on something, well, I think you should do this, would be the rebuttal of that. So then at that point, if you ain't listening to her response, then all of a sudden you're not being...
That's what they're not getting on that when they're saying your leadership is not optional. And if that's fine, that's fine. Then your followship should not be optional. You know what I'm saying?
Woman.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. You want me to lead, then you need to follow.
That's the flip.
You know what I'm saying? 100, but it doesn't have to be 100%. That's where the optional part is fucked up because that's a two-way thing. My wife leads in certain things, and I think we're a team on that.
Yeah.
She has her strengths with things. I got my strengths.
There's things I don't want her to lead.
Exactly. Like, yo,
here's
take
the
the
ball.
partnership. Take it. Boom. You know what I mean? Alley-oop. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's just that's how the relationship it gets better and better every time because we know our strengths, we know our weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? There's been times she comes to me and say, "Hey, look at this for me real quick. You know, take a look at this." And I'll have her, "Hey, can you take a look at this for me? Make sure this is all right." I don't see that. That to sit there and say 100%, I have got to do that all the time. No, but if that is something that I feel like, yeah, I got to lead, then my woman has to follow 100%.
She has to follow. Yeah.
If you're telling me that me leading is optional, then you following.
It's not optional.
I mean, it's not optional. Yeah. Then you following also is not.
And I'm going to go into the details that it says. It says, if you want to stay in a relationship, a healthy marriage, and a strong family, you cannot be a passenger. Many men's default problems are passively and passivity, whatever the word is. Passive. You know what I mean. And indecision.
Yeah, I won't try to correct you be wrong with you.
It's passive. Hiding in work, games, porn, or other hobbies. Wow.
What?
Hiding, like going away from the problem. Avoiding hard conversations.
Going to work, going away from the problems.
Yeah. This is all trash. That creates a vacuum, blah, blah, blah. Leadership doesn't mean barking orders, controlling every move, or threatening her like a child. Leadership does mean setting direction and standards, setting responsibility when things go wrong, taking responsibility, and being the steady one when she's emotional or confused.
Come on.
Where do we have room to fuck up?
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's and with them being I tell you, when they say the passenger and everything, sometimes you gotta be like, yo, I'm over here. I'm in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
Take this, please. This is all you, boo. You know what I'm saying? This is all you. You know, that's
And I mean, you should have a woman that you can trust like that. I was talking about teaching the son, like the line between being emotional and a crybaby or whatever, or expressing emotion. There's a line in the leadership thing. It's like, yeah. And here's another argument. I have to bring this up. It's therapeutic for me, man. We had an argument because I made a decision on something because I thought a woman would want me to make a decision. The dogs were upstairs doing whatever. I'm down in the basement. I hear her yell. And I hear my wife yell at one of the dogs. I'm assuming it's the puppy because, he's the one that f***ed up the most as well. So I go upstairs because I'm, trying to figure out what's going on. I see the dog done took a shit in the living room or whatever, and she's pissed off mad. So in that moment, being a man, seeing her standing there, she was in the middle of cooking. She had my kid, and the dog is doing it, and it just pissed her off, right? I go and get the dog. Hey, go in the cage, is what I tell the dog, okay? She get pissed at me. She's like, no, I want him outside, okay? So I'm like, why did you, you can tell me that without yelling at me about it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, again, this is me. I didn't understand that she's going to, what was that? It was that before.
You were collateral emotion.
I was expecting her to take things personally. What I'm saying is she spewed emotion to me.
Because you were collateral emotion.
I was collateral emotion. I shouldn't be collateral emotion. And this is why I say that. I never make her collateral emotion. And again, I need to learn that women are going to be women, but I never make her collateral emotion. If I'm pissed at someone else, I never be pissed at her. And I'm never like, I'm never barking at her because someone else pissed me off. I'm never short with her or unloving to her when someone else has pissed me off.
I'm telling you,
Or my kid or anything else.
when you were younger in the house, when you and your sister were in the house, were there not times when if your sister got your mom upset, you knew it was up for you too? Like
we far enough apart, no.
Oh, y'all for
4 years apart. Yeah.
Oh, my sister, we were 2 years apart. And if my sister did something or if I did something, we called it light the fuse. And she was mad at everybody in the house. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. We're all collateral emotions.
Because
we'd have to say
your sister's older, right?
2 years.
Okay, so you were responsible. She was responsible for you instead of sitting.
Well, no, it was whoever did anything. If I did something mess up,
She got in trouble too.
no, or if she did something mess up, she was mad at everybody in the house.
That's right.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. We were like, who listen to you? We were emotional collateral. You know what I'm saying? We was just, it just happened. If I messed up, you just like, hey, just stay in your room. Just stay in your room because she on the war band. Yeah, she lit the fuse. Who lit the fuse? Because she just.
Because I don't ever remember a time when my mom was mad at my sister, and then it got turned on me, or I was in trouble too. You know what I'm saying? And again, we were 4 years apart. I really did not spend. My sister did her own thing. I did my own thing. I really was raised we was all in the same household, but like a single kid. You know what I'm saying? Because my sister was just my sister in family structure. She did her thing. I did my thing. I had friends. She was never forced to take her little brother with her to go somewhere. It was never like that. So our relationship got better as we became adults. But as kids, we didn't have that close of a relationship, even though we grew up in the same house, had the same experience.
That's pretty close.
That's another experience. But I hear what you're saying because I hear that it could go on sometimes. But no, emotional collateral to me, I feel like should be regulated. It shouldn't get directed at your husband, especially if I've come to help. Yeah. What I felt like should have happened is that she should have said if she wanted to go outside, no, don't take him outside. Don't put him in there. Take him outside. Or, no, let me take him outside, clean this up. Something that would have made me an ally as I came to be, and not a collateral damage like you know what I'm saying? Like everybody shooting, I come to help fight, and you shoot me too. Like, here's what I'm saying. Here's her argument. I'm going to give you her side too. Her side is, I should have came and asked what she wanted me to do. To me, that's bitchy. Here's where I come from. What woman respects a man going in a situation, then turn to her? What you want me to do? You feel what I'm saying? If it's an emergency situation, why am I turning to you to ask what you want me to do if I'm here to help you? I need to make a decision and do it. Now, if it's not the decision that you wanted, there's an easy way to redirect me. Hey, babe, no, take him outside. But you made me the enemy. You was like, don't put him in the thing. I want to like, and that's, to me, that's.
I feel where you come, but you're going with the emergency. You're equating that emergency to like the house being. That's the emergency. I'm thinking on the house being on fire and saying, what do I do? No, this is the dog that shitted. You know what?
It could be anything.
Because I think, and the other thing too is that she was doing dinner. She was doing this. She had it handled already.
No.
She was just howling at the dog.
No, she didn't. That wasn't the case.
How do you know?
Because I walked up and saw. When I walked up, she was standing there just almost in tears because of the frustration that she was in at the current moment. So
you would not let her just go through the tears?
No, it was fine. My problem was I'm here to help. I've come from where I was to where you are because I heard distress.
I get that.
And so in my attempt to help, you made me an enemy because you didn't accept my help. You acted as if my help was a hindrance. And you yelled at me for trying to help. Well, and there's where my problem lies.
Well, here's where the problem should have never even started.
The dog should never.
No. It's that one that when you heard that scream, and you say, what's going on? The dog shitted. What?
No, that's not what happened. I didn't say
you
what
heard
was going
scream.
on. I heard scream and I went upstairs.
Okay, you went
upstairs.
And
I ascertained what was going on eventually. I saw. I wasn't wrong. I saw what was happening. The dog took it. she was in the middle of cooking and she was standing there frustrated at the
I'll
dog.
still ask. This is
Trash.
It's not trash. It's not trash.
What you want me to do right now?
No, it's not even saying what you want me to do. If you go up and say, hey, what happened? The dog shit there. Oh, snap. All right. Well, let me put him in his cage. And she'll stay right there. No, but you went up there and immediately made the decision. You took charge.
I took
You
charge.
immediately went out there
I was
and
the
took
leader,
charge,
and I did something that I meant.
that they want.
See, you're not gonna tell me what that's not. That's the bullshit. I have to monitor my leadership instead of her monitoring how she handles her emotions. Again, I have to always cater to her emotion.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's catering. I would think it's more of RES catering.
You cannot find a synonym for that. No source is like catering. It's catering. It's catering, man.
It ain't tricking.
It's tricky.
It's catering, but it's also at the same time, man. It leads to a much peaceful.
I get it, and that's what.
And that's where we had.
And that's what's frustrating.
It's not. It's just you have to know. All right, that's gonna make her emotional. She's very emotional at this point. Let me back because she's gonna think with emotions.
So at what point? So we're always, and again, that's what this is coming to. And this is coming to, we're always relegated to just expect, like it says, expect her to be emotional, expect her to take things personal, expect her to be irrational, expect her to spew unsolicited emotion because it's what she is.
I will say this, and this is the only reason why I say yes.
And we ain't even at number 6
yet. The reason I will say yes to a lot of that though, because growing up with all women is if you know what that cycle does to them in their psyche, and that's what fucks them up, because everything going straight for 3 weeks, and then 1 week is off, and then you got to go through that shit again next month, and again next month, and again. I think as a man, I would be up if I had to every month. I knew, God damn it, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You know what I mean? What if we walked around for a week and our was just hard?
It's hard all the time.
All day.
And we ignore the shit.
We ignore the
Yeah.
you, man.
And she takes it inside. Ooh, stop.
But even if you gotta go to work, you have to strap it down. You don't have to do. Some people couldn't get right strapped down, so they dig this up and shit. You know what I mean? Come on, man. A
Taking the constant hard on
for 7 days.
It's very happy.
And then you gotta go through it the next
I'm gonna
month.
use that.
Come on, man. You be pissed as for 7 days straight.
And you see it, you know,
Exactly.
and I can't help it.
PDS, syndrome. Like, man, I'm getting my next week, man. I'm getting this shit. I'm getting my heart on next week. I'm getting upset. I gotta wear my heart on pants.
Yeah, and I gotta get my fucking out this week.
Yeah,
and next week is gonna be so hard.
Yeah, it's so hard. You can't even feel nothing.
Can't feel nothing.
You know what I mean? So it's just. So trust me. If it happened to me,
That would suck.
man, we would fucking suck.
Yeah, we get mad every month.
Yeah, you have to wear joggers all the time. You can never wear jeans. No, man, I can't, man. I'm on my erection.
For man, it's like we got a
constant erection, 7 days, 24 hours.
All the whole
And then your ass is cramping all the time too. Your ass
You
is.
gotta go to work. It's throbbing. It's stoned. It's at the tip hard with no nut in sight. You're like, it's just hard. Like,
It's awful.
like it's sitting about the buzz for 7 days.
7 days straight.
Everybody go down a little bit in the sleep. Then it go right back up.
off that.
You gotta take pills to keep it soft.
So thank you. So think about that for how long women normally have a menstrual cycle?
3 seconds.
For 7 days for what, 50-something years. I mean, that would kind of drive you batshit. You know what I'm saying?
So we just gotta understand it.
You just gotta be like, hey,
So here's
that's why they get
so
the
then,
club
so then
free.
let me ask you this: how do you understand it without being patronizing? So, when they said don't argue with emotion, here she go. I'm upset. Blah blah blah. I'm a woman. Blah, blah, blah. Emotions. Coming at you. You're supposed to sit there and look at her stove and say, "I understand that you're emotional right now, and your emotions are causing you to really be upset about whatever this is."
I'll have fun.
However, most women will be they'll slap the shit out of you. That's being condescending. That's being not involved or not. Most women will feel like that's not attaching to what her problem is, and they want you to attach to that problem. You feel what I'm saying? They might not want you to fix it, but they want you to feel it. So they're telling men always be on a tightrope. Always. Because it's going to go one way or another. You never know which way it's going to go. Be prepared for both.
And I think the tightrope thing is kind of a good example. But then if you know your woman, if you know her, there is no tightrope.
But then that's years.
No, you're right. It's years
to know her when you're dealing with this shit.
Okay, and that's great. It's getting to know.
Getting to know her, yeah, and that's a lot of us are doing that over the years. And again, y'all are still getting to know each other because y'all have changed in the different parts of your life. So if you know how y'all have been and you know your normal idiosyncrasies, but getting to know each other is a dated process, I believe as well. What I'm saying is, in an early relationship, early marriage, and all that stuff, a lot of the relationships deal with the type shit of how to deal with this emotionally charged woman. And if the answer is just understand it and give him no accountability, well, yeah, we looked it up. If I missed something, y'all can tell me. Put it in the link in the comments where I missed, where they said there's rules for women that they should be, that includes accountability, that includes stop being so damn emotional or stop letting your emotions run away with, you know what I'm saying, or stuff like that can help you now by stay the moment. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it.
Like I said, most of the rules that I found for women, they said, don't flirt with your girl's boyfriend. Always carry an extra tampon on you because you're going to need it. You know what I mean? But none of it said take accountability for what the you do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Know that sometimes it could be your fault. It's your fault.
It's your fault. You know what I mean? Just understand it is your fault. And then when it is, own up to it.
Yeah,
and say, you know what?
I think that's the biggest problem with I would say, is owning
it's with relationships.
But that's the ego, because women are way more egotistical. I mean, their ego is way bigger than
But it pushes the competition in us to out ego her too. Because that's what it does. When her ego's high, it's like, you think you flyer than me? Because here's the thing, and this is a controversial take. I think men are the prize. Women are the winners. Here's the other.
You gotta explain that.
In marriage, all women's lives since they're a kid, they're taught to, being married and they're raising a family to get dolls. You got Ken and Barbie. You got all these things that are indoctrinating them into this marriage type shit. Boys just fight. It's really not about relationship stuff at all. So when it comes to relationships, okay, women are always seeking that man. They are in every Prince Charles, Cinderella, Snow White.
Charles.
Yes, Charles. Prince Charles is that old dude. and he go to jail too for Epstein shit. Prince Charles. Prince Charming. You know what I mean? There's Prince Charming, and these stories that she's the winner of this prize. We're the prize. Meaning, there's a lot of single women out here that are arguing about why men ain't shit. And we found some women to deal with our ain't shitness and marry them, right? Okay? So our ain't shitness was dealing with them along with theirs. And that's all marriage is. Two people finding their levels of ain't shitness and dealing with it.
What if you all decided both equally, though, to get married?
Men are the prize, bro. Women are the winners, men are the prize. Because there's a lot more single women out here than there's men. There's a lot more women than men. So because of that dynamic alone, to get a man and to get married is a prize-winning thing. And women, and that's why they go around flashing their ring. I won. Look, I won. It's a winning thing. That's why she gets a bridal shower. That's why she gets all that. She won.
Okay, I can kind of see that.
You know what I'm saying? And women fight that because they feel like, no, I'm the prize. You win today. You win when you get me. No, that's their ego. Back to that.
Definitely.
Okay? And it's just to understand the fact that, yes, you are a prize if a man doesn't, the Bible says one man who finds a wife finds a good thing. I get all that stuff as well. And we are supposed to go find a wife, but it doesn't work that way. We're supposed to entertain suitors, and whichever one finds herself worthy enough to win the prize, wins the prize.
We entertain suitors.
We entertain suitors until someone's worthy enough.
I never entertained a suitor like that. Turn around.
No, you have. Because before, you've been married for 18 years, but in the days that you've been with other women and you chose not to be with them, you was like, you don't deserve to win. You don't deserve to win.
You don't meet my mom, so
Yeah, that's winning for them.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You feel what I'm saying? And they won the prize that they got to meet the mom, but they won the prize that they got the ring on their finger.
And that's that. And you're actually, I'm seeing what you're saying is very true because it comes down to like when I have my wedding ring on and when I don't have my wedding ring on, I get flirted on a lot more when I have my wedding.
Right.
I get flirted. I get a lot. I get, I got to go to the hospital. Like,
Yeah.
I like it. People are a lot more flirtatious, with that ring on because I'm someone else's prize.
Yeah.
And they're like, I want,
Yeah. And look at that, like, wow, look at that.
Actually,
I like that prize.
And you see this. Whereas men, we don't, men actually don't give a damn. I see, okay. But women, I've noticed this, you know what I mean? That
they flaunt that ring.
Yeah.
They flaunt that ring. That ring is a symbol of,
it's
a status symbol in the woman community. And amongst other women, the married women are, in their heads, the leader of the women. If they, you know what I'm saying? If you get that ring and if it looks a certain way and if it's all that, you're a leader than your single friends a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Life goals.
Life goals, exactly. So I say that to say, women are full of shit.
That was 6.
No, 5:45. Women are full of shit. Number 6, don't turn her into your only best friend. What I think this is saying is that basically, she's your lover, she's your best friend, therapist, business partner, emotional support. A lot of times that you turn on them when you're mad at them. And if they know everything, they can turn on you too. That's how I read it. It sounds nice, but in reality, it's usually backfires. That's what they're saying. Your woman can certainly be your closest companion, deep loyalty and supportive, but she's not your male best friend. So you can't go to your wife talking about shit again. I was saying, that's what this is for.
You know what I mean?
We're going to go in here and talk about, you know what?
That's my female best friend.
Yeah. You can go to your female best friend and say, I seen a bitch with a fat ass, and it turned me on, and I had to choose love today. It was hard. And that's real talk. If I see something that attracts me, it ain't like it's hard to do. It ain't like I'm sitting like, oh, I want to do this. But I'm saying, I can't go to my wife and say, I was attracted by somebody. And I don't want her to do the same thing. You ain't got to come tell me that.
Who, even if it's not your wife, who would you go to? Like, you go to your friend, like, yo, I was attracted to this girl today.
I tell you, if I see, I was like, Arma.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when you just gonna say, like,
well, we was on the cruise. I want you. We were going walking on the cruise. We seen some things.
Oh, you get like that. Like,
yeah. We held over each other.
I thought you mean like you come, hey man, I saw this girl.
I'm not gonna call this. Check your inbox.
I'm thinking that. You know what I mean?
Like, it's on the internet. I didn't know if you knew.
I didn't know you knew.
I found some.
I was thinking that. Like, what the fuck?
No, I'm just talking about I'm not gonna do that with my woman. Don't let y'all have that kind of relationship when y'all look at women like that. But certain shit like that, or just even venting about her.
That's true.
I can't.
Certain subjects you cannot.
I can't talk to you about you.
You can't. Yeah, you can't talk.
Yeah.
Now that's very true. She's not my BFF in that aspect.
Yeah.
But she is like my female best friend. I can joke with.
And on the flip side, though, I don't want to be her best friend. I've told her my wife plenty of times, you need a female, and she has. But she has them. But like certain things that early on that she would want to tell, I think she got to the point where she knows what she can and can't talk to me about. But if you're talking about stuff that all you want to have is a listening ear and a woman perspective, I'm not the one. And I told her this honestly. I said I will listen to you. I said I'll listen to you, and I'll listen with a whole heart. But I'm gonna try to find in that what that solution is, because I'm American. Now I can suppress that because you asked me, you just want me to listen and not find a solution. But I need you to understand that as a man, and again, this is me trying to put some accountability on her. As a man, I'm looking at a problem and trying to ascertain a solution. If you just want me to listen to some shit, that's what your girlfriends are for. And y'all can have vent parties and stuff like that. And I used to have that, and there was a girl I dated. I was a girl I dated years ago that did not have any female friends. And it was very frustrating for me because she had nothing to vent that shit out to. Whenever she mad at me, I needed her to vent that out to somebody, and they can possibly give her some good advice,
Tell her,
or whatever. But don't just, you know what I'm saying? Don't just leave me as your best friend. Women and men need outlets.
They need that outlet.
We need outlets when it comes to our emotions,
That's very true.
and they can't be that person all the time. So I agree with that when it says don't make them your best friend. Bring healthy excitement, or she'll find unhealthy drama. So that's bullshit. Because it's telling me I'm responsible for the entertainment.
That's garbage.
Or she's gonna find drama.
That's garbage. That's absolute garbage. I don't even, that's not even discussable right there.
A woman without purpose or connection will fill the void, sometimes in ways she later regret. Where's the accountability?
Am I the voice she feels in?
No. If you are, say you've been neglectful in a way that she wants you to pay attention, and she finds that emotion in somebody else, it's your fault, not her fault for finding somebody else. It's your fault that she didn't come to you and say, or maybe she did, but did she go the extra step and say, I would like to see a counselor because I feel like you ain't kicking me and I don't want her to see this to nobody else. Like, did you go everywhere else, or did you just go to another nigga and start talking to him first? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, there's steps in between going to somebody else and finding the drama.
Is that like irreplaceable? Beyonce? Can have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute.
Yeah,
what the fuck?
Yeah, in a minute.
You
know that
song
nigga
now?
now?
Like, come the fuck on, man. Yeah, there you go.
I hate that song for one particular reason.
Oh, because you told me that story. It's hilarious.
I broke up with a chick, and her teenage daughter
To the left.
played that song on blast as I was packing my garbage bags to leave the house. She had this on blast.
You ain't have your phone? Yeah, I'd put on some Death Row.
But I just took the L, but it was
That's hilarious.
I took that L hard. It was over this house. It was over this house. She's a teenager, man. I can't do that.
I still play.
Still.
That's hilarious. No, that's funny.
It says many women crave emotional energy when there's none. Some will stir up fights. Some will sink into social media and comparison. Some will chase attention or adventure elsewhere. You can't and shouldn't be a 24/7 entertainer, but you can keep growing yourself with skills, fitness, create occasional new experiences, dates, trips, challenges, keep a sense of forward motion in your life. Your job is to make your shared life meaningful and alive enough that cheap thrills online don't become obvious second rate. So you know what that's telling me?
That's just boring. That's somebody who's with somebody boring that ain't funny. That sit there and just look at the.
On the flip side, ladies, do it like the porno chicks do, or we f other people.
Got a good point.
Is that what they're saying?
Or make me forget that there's ass and
Make me forget that there's any ass,
any other ass and out
anywhere. That's your job. Or I may go for someone else.
Because
there's no accountability.
You hear the song where the song say there's no one in the world but you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's songs that say that shit. Make me, see no one else but you. You know what I mean? Because once the bunkers are off, I ain't never seen that ass.
But that's an impossibility, yo. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you're going to tell me that I have to keep the excitement healthy in my relationship, I'm responsible for it, or she'll leave, then you responsible for keeping it nasty in our relationship, or I'll leave, or something of the ilk. That's just first thing that came to mind. But you gotta cook like
I actually have to change of doing what the porno chicks do. Sometimes they go a little too far.
Well, I see this work for you.
Yeah,
She was stepping on the small.
that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
If I saw my wife,
I had to think about that. Like, wait a minute.
If I saw my wife just take me in the face, I'd just
if
be
my
like,
wife be like on me, like, hey, you know what?
I need you to dial that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look.
I'll show you the porn. You rabbit hole. You went to extreme hardcore.
I'm saying that's porn. But yeah. That's,
okay. Here go number 8. I hope we're running to the end, but we are. Give her both praise and boundaries. Sound like a puppy.
Give her praise and
boundaries. I don't even have to read the other parts. Basically, it's saying, you know, support your woman, but also this is all we've.
Like, oh, baby, that hair is so good. Stop though.
That was a truth
Enough.
You got too excited. Calm down.
The only thing that keeps off.
Okay, Charlie. Well, I
know what kind of fucking you got.
I'm on my head all over there.
I call it Bible.
Seen it, David.
Yeah, that's right there, though, man. That sounds like she's a dog or something. Set boundaries, give her praise.
Set boundaries and give her praise.
Good job. Don't do that.
Work with her nature. Be a man, not a project. I don't even want to read. That was number 10, and I skipped number 9, which was another oxymoron or two things at once. Take risks seriously, but don't live in fear. Take risk, but don't live in fear.
Take risks seriously.
When a woman has been bored,
take risks seriously.
I'm gonna read it. It says, when a woman has been bored, feeling unloved, resentful, disconnected for a long time, even good women may rewrite the rules mid-game, then realize the fallout. Then that can look like this: affairs, sudden separation or divorce, living in paranoia and accusation will poison the relationship, drive her away, crush love, blah, blah. Your job is to take your role seriously, be present, be strong, be connected, address the problems early. Prepare. All of this is said, and we've said it the whole time. This is saying, women, we don't understand. We don't know what bag you're coming out of. You have the right to come out of any bag you want. We will try to understand the bag.
That's just a deal with it.
We will try to deal with the bag, and you have done nothing wrong. Don't be accountable for anything, ladies. It's all of our fault. If you ain't getting love at home, it's his fault. It ain't that you ain't doing something yourself. If things aren't happening right at home, it's his fault. He ain't stepping it up.
I don't like the most. You're saying that that's what they want us to do. I still don't get that list.
That's what they're saying. So here it is. I just want to put a chart.
I think the person that wrote that though is really talking about one of them cats that really, like, you know, they go out with the boys all the time. They don't give a damn about what the she doing and watching, you know, because it's people like that.
Okay.
And, you know, I would say probably like the Proud Boys. You know that group, the Proud Boys?
Yeah.
I'd imagine that this person's probably talking to members of the Proud Boys.
Okay, so then this is what I would say. Would that person be ready for a relationship, marriage, anything? Would this be, if you're saying they're talking to dating men or dating, this to me doesn't talk to dating men. This to me is talking to people in marriages and relationships. And what it's saying to me is, understand that she's volatile, and that volatility is, and how it's set off is all up to you. How it's set off, and that what intensity, when, where, it's all on you.
Well, I'll tell you this much, and why that's a little bit true, why it's all up to me. Because at the end of the day, my happiness is all up to me. And how I got to keep it and maintain it, that shit is all up to me. So if I have to sit there and play chess with these damn emotions and have to know different routes and ways so that at the end of the day,
winning every time,
I can have a peaceful time.
You setting up these strategies, and then she's going like this with her queen and saying, I won. That's what that's saying. That's a chess.
That's what that's saying, though.
But that's what you're saying. And then that's what that says to me, though. That says to me that when you say it's a chess game that you feel like it's supposed to go like this. She takes that queen and goes like this on the board and then sets it down and say, I win because of me. So, and then you're supposed to be like, you know what?
Maybe
that's what you go.
Maybe me as saying chess is wrong because I don't want to think it as a competition as winning. Because at the end of the day, I don't really want to win. I just want peace. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes.
So what peace means to a lot of men is avoidance.
I want the treaty. I want a peace treaty. Let's write a peace treaty.
Or it's avoidance.
I don't know if it's avoidance, like, because I can still be around my wife.
Avoidance of the issue, avoidance of the emotions, avoidance of the times in which those emotions could trigger you. It's telling you as a man, don't allow her emotions to run your emotions, and you can't have emotions when you're dealing with a woman because those emotions are gonna conflict. That's what it's telling me. And I guess what I'm trying to say is there has to be the counter of what a woman has to, because again, women not being accountable is what drives a lot of men upset. So if it's telling us we can't be upset because you're not accountable, it's telling me that it's my fault and I got because I wore a skirt.
But then as far as being emotional,
I mean,
you come
not me. You know what I'm saying?
But no. But as far as with the emotion thing, like, you threw me off with the whole.
That's my fault. I was like, well, what was you wearing? It's like, no, I shouldn't get period. No matter what I'm wearing. So all I'm saying is this. Yes, you are right as far as learning your wife and gaining peace is the most important thing. What I'm saying is we need to find the books on accountability, and a woman should take a book and write it on accountability. Because, and there's women out there that talk about it, but in the same breath, some of them women are gold digging women. You know what I'm saying? Like I've read, they don't never talk about certain particular people. You know what I'm saying? Some they call themselves doctors and this and that.
They didn't like them either. Some women back in the day, if you remember, like, who was it? Shahrazad Ali and Sister Soldier. You know what I mean? They was like way too political. You know what I'm saying? They probably did have a man that probably was real peaceful with them, but outside they had to be like, we are at war. You know what I mean? But at home, they was like, have some chicken, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's probably like that.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, I think there's a balance. I think women should learn the balance. I think that this out here telling men certain things should just not be. And I think we need to be careful of that and find a balance within that. And women should be taught the balance.
Me, myself, I think I've just given up. There is no balance.
This is 18 years of marriage.
There is no balance, really.
So my part to help me about this is not going nowhere.
It's the gambler. Yeah, know when to roll them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run.
Okay, so you never win in a book? Are you ever winning? When do you win? And not that this is a competition, but you know what I mean. When do men win? We win with peace, right? And I think that's what you said with peace. Okay, so peace equals conceding to all of her emotions.
I don't even think it's conceding to the emotion. I think peace is just, if it's just making sure that you have everything in order that you do not have to concede to her emotions. You're not even in that position in the first place.
It's impossible.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, they're always there. You know that. It's impossible.
But see,
I hear your theory.
But you like to fight. You love the fight. Come on, bring it on. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you why I think this way, and I'm going to tell you why you're wrong, and I'm going to tell you. And all they're hearing is, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you. You know what I'm saying? And you got to think of the ears that you're listening to. That's listening to you. What you're saying might make perfect sense to yourself.
You work this.
You know what I'm saying? But the ears that they're going into is years of other people talking down to them, all that shit. So you got to think of how they're taking that. I had to realize that,
and they don't have to think about how they're when they speak. Okay, we're talking.
That's because these women they have not
these women.
Most women do not think they think they're going to a psychiatrist, man. And they do need help for the issue that the PTSD of relationships that they had. They need help on that, because what happens with relationships, and I'll tell you, I know this for a fact, is that say you're with a man, you two are a couple for years, 18 years. We'll think of it as an elevator. 18 years, here 10 years, and you and this man and then it all up and everything, and now it's over. So the man's gone. Boom. Here comes new man. Mm-hmm. But new man then coming on the 10th floor. With all old man's old. You ain't went down to the first floor yet and clean that shit out. You haven't done that yet.
Yeah, she got to go down and
push all that shit out, all that mud, everything, because now I'm coming on 10th floor, like, all this mud and shit. Yeah. And now she all emotional. Exactly. You know what I mean? Because a lot of them, what's the biggest thing women say? when they finally find man. He gets me. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? He gets me. He loves me and all of me.
That nigga is
crazy
dealing with that for the moment.
Yeah, you know
because
what I
he
mean?
likes you and he wants you and exactly. That's what
Exactly. It's vagina.
it's
That's called
vagina.
vagina back.
Going back to my golden rule, we doing all for vagina.
It's what happens.
Doing all for it. Well, you know what? It's all right, man. Vagina's pretty good to do things for. You know, it's called.
It's not crazy stuff. I mean, it's like everything, and you know, it's like, you know, you don't want to give too much to get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the issue.
Well, man, remember, you're the prize. She's the winner. Okay.
I like that though. I think that's very true. So I think we are the prize there because it's so, especially in our group now too, that there's so much more.
Women are gonna
of us.
There's so much. Oh, there's so much fear of us.
Few of us.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as men that got their head on stable, you know what I mean, that like to go forward in the world, that actually talk and look at you in your eye and understand stuff. So very few men, and I know this, you know what I mean, because I know a lot of them, you know what I mean? I'm like, how you get a record deal? You know, remember that song, right?
How you get a record deal?
I said, you look at it like, what the
It's crazy.
How did you get this far in life not knowing? You know what I mean? But then you looking, like, damn, man, people just love ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
And that's when you realize, like, damn, people just love not knowing.
Any last words to these ladies?
Take accountability, but I know it's not gonna happen. So, hey man, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen.
You know,
I have aunts, mothers, grandmothers, everything that I've seen this.
You know how many women, including our wives, has been yelling at this damn screen the whole time? Oh, what the hell? Oh, hell nah. Sorry, baby. I love you. Go ahead on the chart. And I admit it's my fault. Sometimes I'm over emotional too.
I know I'm over.
Yeah, I know. It's a balancing game. Let's balance. I'm not always needing to meet yours. You're not always needing to meet mine. We gotta balance it out. And let's make sure it's
Meet us halfway.
All right, we did it, nigga. But it's 20 pounds activate. And we'll bucket of water.
Alicia's fingers ain't ashy.
That's what we're gonna show.